the city, and we will be there for a bit, but I will see you guys later.
We are in Nashville yet again. My first medical emergency on a plane after a year of flying. All right, y'all know the deal. I'm back in Nashville. I am about to get changed and head down to the bar down in the lobby because the other flight attendant and I are gonna get some flatbread pizzas from the hotel, so that sounds actually really good. I'm actually right next door to the room I was in the last time I was here, which is really funny. But it was a long day. We had like a 2.5 hour sit in Denver, but all in all, it was pretty good. Tomorrow we get to sleep in. I don't think we leave here till noon, so I'm super excited to have the breakfast here because it is so amazing, you guys. I cannot tell you how obsessed I am with their breakfast here. But we fly from Nashville to Chicago, sit in Chicago for 3 hours, and then head to Greenville, South Carolina for the night. And y'all, I know I told y'all last week that I had gone to the karaoke bar. My voice has literally been giving out. I lost my voice that night after I sang a few songs, and it's still trying to come back, but it like goes in and out. So I apologize if y'all have to hear that, but I am gonna let y'all go, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, y'all, we are in Greenville, South Carolina, just 4 hours from where I used to live in North Carolina. It was an easy day. We flew from Nashville to Chicago O'Hare, and then we sat there for about 3 hours. And then I read most of the book that I was reading that one flight attendant left on the plane last week. It is so good, you guys. I just could not put it down. So I ended up going to a bookstore to buy another book since I'm almost done with that. Anyway, now we're here in Greenville. We got in super late. We were about, I think, an hour delayed just because there's been weather everywhere and we had to get a new captain for the flight to Greenville. And his flight that was coming in from Denver to Chicago ended up getting delayed. So we were delayed. Originally our layover time was 10 hours and 41 minutes, but because we've been delayed, it got pushed back. So to get our 10 hours minimum rest, we are showing a little later tomorrow for our one flight back to Denver. So we'll still get our rest. We should still get in fairly close to the original scheduled time that we're supposed to get to Denver tomorrow. So we won't be getting in delayed as much, I'm hoping. But anyway, I will show you my room and then I'm going to go straight to bed. Here you go, guys.
All right, y'all, so I just got back in my car, about to head home. It was a good day. We had just one leg from Greenville back here. And yeah, it was a 3-hour flight, so it was a bit long, but you know, I was just reading my book when I had the time. Did my regular service and then also did a water service about halfway through. And then I saw a pilot I worked with back in January when I was heading out of the airport. And then on the bus ride back to the parking lot, I saw a flight attendant that I worked with last month. And then I met another flight attendant who I will be working with next month. So that was cool. We all talked, and it'll be a good trip with that flight attendant next month. So like I said, I'm going home. I'm going to take a shower, do some laundry, probably take a nap, repack, pack my lunchbox, all the good stuff, because tomorrow I gotta be back here at the airport at 1 p.m. So, see you.
Y'all, we are here in Lubbock, Texas, and I'm exhausted. It's been a very long day for me. We flew from Denver to Sioux Falls, back to Denver, and then now we're here in Lubbock. We have 18 hours here, so we don't have to leave the hotel till like 4 p.m. tomorrow, which is so nice. But I'm starving, so I'll show you guys my hotel room, and then I'm gonna make myself some food, and then yeah, I'm probably gonna go to bed because it's like 10 o'clock now. So I'll see you guys later. Morning, everybody. It is Friday. It's almost noon, actually. No, I did not wake up despite what my hair looks like. I've been up for a few hours, but I've just been editing videos for you. I can't wait to show you guys some of the content that's coming out. Actually, you've already seen it because I've already posted it, but that's what I'm doing for you now, is actually editing everything that you have just seen in the last video. We are on day 9 of 12, and I have got to say, I just crashed last night. I crashed this morning. I am really feeling these past 8 days as of yesterday. I'll definitely wait to like give you a full update of how I'm doing after these 12 days are over, but I have a feeling this will not be a norm for me. This is a lot, like a lot, and thankfully they're pretty decent trips. I mean, they're good trips, they're easy. Most of them only have like 2 legs a day, which is wonderful. And I've had great crews so far, which also helps. But it's a lot, and I just want to like go home and sleep for 5 days straight. But today, we are in Lubbock, Texas. Like I mentioned last night, we will be leaving the hotel at 4 p.m., which is so nice to just have most of today and relax. And we will be flying to Houston and then to Hobbs, which is pretty close to Lubbock. If you don't know where any of these places are, Lubbock and Hobbs are in Texas. They are pretty close to Amarillo, so more north. But Lubbock is actually where Texas Tech is, so it is college town, but it's beautiful. And I've got a pretty decent view from my hotel room, so I will show that to you here in a sec. But like I said, just 2 legs. We stay in a Hobbs, and then we'll be there for I think 16 hours, so I'll have some time there as well. So I just checked my email, and one of the mainline partners that we contract for just they have a customer recognition program, and I guess a passenger recognized me or something. I'm not quite sure, but basically I won a $20 gift card to Amazon. That's so exciting. All right, y'all, I made it to Hobbs, New Mexico. So I'm an idiot. This entire time, all month, I thought we were going to Hobbs, Texas. Well, apparently, no, we're not going to Hobbs, Texas. When I had looked up Hobbs, I guess I thought I said Texas. I thought I had looked it up and I thought it was in Texas, but we were literally in the van to take us to the hotel, and leaving the airport, it said, "Welcome to Hobbs, New Mexico." So yeah. Anyway, I just got to my hotel room, and it's so funny because it smells like my grandparents' house, which is a little strange. And it's been a while since I've been to their house. It's been like, I was at their house was in 2018. But anyway, it's kind of nice. It's kind of like, you know, it brings back good memories. But anyway, today was good. I'm exhausted though, I think mentally, just because it's day 10 of our 12 days. But our first flight today, we were going from Lubbock to Houston. We actually had a prisoner on board with not one but two cops, I guess you could say. So that was really interesting, and I haven't had a prisoner on a flight in a very long time. It had to have been a few months after I graduated. It was a while, but I remember procedure and everything. It's not that hard, and everyone was nice. Obviously he wasn't in like an orange jumpsuit, and they weren't in their like cop uniforms or anything. So it wasn't very obvious. And yes, our airline does transport detainees. They are handcuffed, obviously, for your safety, and they are surrounded by whoever is escorting them. So it's perfectly safe, and you know, obviously they wouldn't be transporting someone if they were like crazy or whatever. But anyway, so that was an interesting start to the day, but it was no issue at all. And then this flight here was also just really easy, no issues at all. So I am starving. I'm going to make myself some food. It is currently 9 p.m. and then I'm going to go to bed because like I said, I'm just feeling exhausted, just mentally drained of these 10 days. So y'all have a good night, and here is my room. All right, y'all. We made it to Lubbock again. Same hotel. I am literally only 2 floors under the room that I stayed in 2 nights ago. It was a long day. Yeah, we got to Houston. We had like an hour and a half, and then when we had gotten to Houston, the door wouldn't open, and so something with the motor wasn't letting it open up. So we were able to get it to open, and then we had to call maintenance. So they worked on it for almost 2 hours. We ended up being delayed. We thought we were going to do a plane swap, so we took all of our luggage out. We got off the plane, went back inside, and then immediately after we got inside, maintenance fixed the plane. So we had to call dispatch and all this kind of stuff. We ended up not doing a plane swap and just staying on the plane we worked this morning. So yeah, we got in like 40 minutes later than we were supposed to. So now instead of an 11-hour overnight, we have 10 hours and 20 minutes. Gotta wake up at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Woohoo. I'm exhausted, but I'm gonna eat. My hotel room's the same, so you guys don't need to see that again. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow on day 12. Bye. got back to Denver, and we've got a little over an hour before we have to leave for Moline, because we're just doing a penalty lap, and then we'll be done, and I cannot wait.
Hey, I don't really know what to say right now. Honestly, it's been quite the day.
Mostly starting with the fact that I was stuck in Nebraska for 3 hours. Yeah, so we did our first 2 legs, Lubbock to Denver to Moline. And then on the way back to Denver, we hear that thunderstorms are pretty bad out here. We can't land, we have to divert. We don't go to Colorado Springs because everyone's diverting to Colorado Springs. So we end up going to Scottsbluff, Nebraska. So we get to Nebraska, and we're just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And this is like from Moline to hovering over Denver for about 15 minutes or so to flying to Nebraska. That was about 2 hours and 10 minutes. And we ended up sitting in Nebraska for another 2.5 to 3 hours. So I ended up doing like 2 extra services during that time because, you know, it's an extended ground delay. And, you know, we were supposed to be in Denver by 2:30. We didn't leave Nebraska until 5:45. We didn't get in until maybe...
What time is it? 7:30.
So at 6:50. It was supposed to be a 30-hour flight from Nebraska, from Scottsbluff to Denver. It turned out to be almost an hour. I'm exhausted. Everyone was super nice, like super great, totally understandable. You know, it wasn't that bad, honestly. Just sitting there, I was talking to a bunch of passengers and joking with them and all that. So, I mean, everyone was in high spirits. I tried really hard to make sure that they stayed that way. A bunch of people ended up missing their flights, their connecting flights, and had to get rebooked. Some of them got rebooked multiple times. Some of them ended up just missing the last flight out, which I feel so bad for. But all in all, everyone was still in somewhat good spirits. So that's good. But yeah, it's day 12, y'all, and we are finally done. And I've got to say, I am never doing 12 days back to back again. Ever. It was a cool experience to see how far I can go with working, but I miss my cats. I miss Nick. Nick's actually in Michigan right now. He comes back tomorrow, visiting a couple friends. Thankfully, our roommate Kim, she's amazing, but she's been watching the cats and feeding them for us, which is so sweet of her. But I'm ready to go home, go to bed, have the next 2 days off, and chill. So, y'all have a great rest of your Sunday. It's Memorial Weekend. Y'all have a great rest of your Memorial Weekend. I'll see you.